Collaborative.
The
East Trenton Collaborative.
East Trenton Collaborative.
It's an amazing confluence of organizations.
We put this collaborative together to work in a neighborhood that's basically been dispossessed for the last 30 to 40 years so that projects could be brought together to improve the quality of life for the folks in the neighborhood, using the talent and resources of CityWorks, Habitat for Humanity, Homefront, Isles Incorporated, and Better Community Housing of Trenton.
The group work camp projects in Trenton, New Jersey.
This is a week-long program that's...
Camp is full, so 397 campers.
We had kids from all over the country, but we had kids
Were fixed. 56 projects in all.
Amazing.
Basically, we won the Revolutionary War right here in Trenton. We wouldn't have been successful if it wasn't for the Battle of Trenton. And that's where we're pleased to be able to be helpful at New Jersey manufacturers because, 98 years ago, we got started right here in Trenton. So we've got deep roots, in the city. It's the capital city. We have become the largest property casualty insurance company in the state. Bigger than Geico, bigger than State Farm, bigger than Allstate, by far. We're one big family because we've got 2,500 employees. Most of them are from this area. The starting point for it all was our relationship with Homefront. Unbeknownst to those of us at New Jersey Manufacturers Insurance Company, that some of the Homefront clients had been hired by us. And that led to some meetings that we had with Connie Mercer.
These kids are workers.
Yeah, you're
The thing that interested me the most, besides to see my kids working so hard, was that in the houses that our kids weren't assigned to, neighbors started fixing things up. There was a real community aha moment where folks said, we can do this, we can make our community better, and that's what's going to happen.
Hopefully, I will get that deck.
You do have some work to do.
And I introduced Tom Caruso, who really made this whole thing happen, to Tom Clark. They together could make work camps happen.
Well, we started actually last year. We ran a work camp for 35 high school students.
We put this collaborative together to work in a neighborhood that's basically been dispossessed for the last 30 to 40 years.
And from that, I had done some work with an organization called Group Cavs, Group Work Camps.
What we like to see happen is a community that is just down. It seems like there's no hope and no joy. We hope to restore that. Tom Caruso is a veteran work camper and sort of just paired the two together so we could start the partnership.
These guys from work camp sort of really know what they're doing.
I'm originally from Detroit, Michigan, so I've known what it's like for an area to lose its manufacturing base and still try to keep itself up and the things that come with that.
We also are working with DCA.
Obviously, we're looking for opportunities to increase the public-private partnership. There's plenty of private enterprises that want to operate in this arena.
This project is really on track with the whole federal government model, and it also patterns itself after the Harlem Renaissance Zone. That's the model that the federal government is using.
15 kids from Homefront and 3 adults, and they're intermingled with the kids from Ohio, North Carolina, Michigan, and they had a very interesting sort of break the ice scenario yesterday where these kids they sort of held back a little, but then they jumped in and
So, first impression was kind of like, oh man, I want to go back. But I don't work well with. I work with other people good, but not new people. It's almost like coming into a new school. You look around and you don't know anybody. You're like, okay, I thought I was going to be singled out different, but devotions are good, so we got to know each other much more. And where I learned how to work with others, I love the crew I'm with. I love them a lot, and I learned how to paint. Even though I get it mostly myself. We were just in there laughing, playing around, got the music on while we're working. It was good. I hit it off with everybody, really.
Yeah,
Erin, Bree, I like them all.
I think it's like the aspect of like helping out people instead of like just going to church and praying, because it's not that I don't like going to church, but it's like you're never going out there and doing things, and by doing this, I'm like actually impacting a lot of people. I think like a big highlight was meeting my resident, because She welcomed us in like right away and was really excited to get us in there and introduce like her daughters and her grandson. So that was definitely a highlight. And then seeing her face every time she walked into a room that we've changed, and she'd be really excited about it. I knew it was the Capitol, but I didn't think like a Capitol could be like this. Like, I'm sure there's places here that are good, but we've seen some of like the really bad. Our resident told us like it used to be like an amazing place.
Well, Trenton is Trenton. I've lived here all my life. Worked for the Board of Education for 31 years. Well, I'll invite you to come and sit on my new deck.
Yeah. Everything's great. The majority of the projects are finished. There may be a few little touch-ups to do.
The guys from Better Way now have opportunities.
It was a great experience to see some of the homeowners who, for the most part, a lot of people didn't think it was going to happen this way, and they saw the results. And it was good to see that people were happy with the fact that kids were coming and doing work on their houses without being paid. But how they were paid, in my opinion, was the fact that they bonded with each and every homeowner.
I'd like to go to Princeton University.
I'm studying to be an auto mechanic.
I want to be a fashion designer.
I love dogs.
I want to be a doctor or a dentist.
And she was so happy. Her face just said it all. Yeah, I get a lot of volunteer hours from this, so it helps with like scholarships, which I really need.
Absolutely. It's very, very big. It's like a service component of the student, which schools really like nowadays, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, keep up the good work, and thank you for being here, okay?
I love being here, so.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you as well. It's good to meet you.
Love you and thank you so much.
When you give, you get so much more back. So it's really something that I see myself doing for a long time into the future.
We do this because it's the right thing to do.
Trenton in a whole is a place to live like any place else. You just got to learn to take care of it.
There's a lot of pride in the city. Getting the kids engaged in programs like this, we think is invaluable, and it's part of the solution.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It was a blessing to me. Thank you so much. I can't find the words to show my appreciation. So that's why I got all the
Beginning to the end, I think I just feel wonderful. You know, I feel great. You know, I'm happy that they're here, and I'm cooking them dinner tomorrow.